This technique is called shifting into peripheral vision. Very simple, exactly what it sounds like. And I'm going to show you the quick, like 30-second technique to do it. Now, first, I want you to know the reason why this works. This works because when you are in fight or flight, um, one of the things that happens to you physiologically is that your field of vision narrows and you're focused entirely on what you consider to be the predator in the scenario. And by your body physically shifting into a hyper focus, like a very focused vision, that is one of the signals that you are in a emergency situation. And so the reverse is also true. One of the ways that we can tell our body, like, we are not in high alert, it's okay, is to intentionally shift our vision into peripheral. And this is a very meditative practice. And I'm actually going to make it a little bit trippy, even. And you don't even have to do this much, but um, here's a kind of fun, trippy way of using peripheral vision to get you in kind of a meditative state and calm your whole body down. So, the first thing that we're going to do, obviously, is going to focus our attention on one spot. So, I want you to stop whatever you're doing and find a spot on the wall, something around you that you can focus on. And it doesn't have to be looking at me at the screen because I know that whenever you're looking at a person, it kind of pulls you out, outward. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this star right here on this wall mural, and that's what I'm going to focus on. And obviously, I'm focusing on it on the mirror, on the camera. So I'm looking at that right now, and I'm letting my eyes soften. And even though as I'm talking in my peripheral vision, I can see that I'm moving, but I'm focusing my eyes just on that one star. Taking a deep breath, I'm looking at that star. I'm noticing, the white. And the more that I stare at it, it actually is creating like a shadow of itself on the inside of that star. And I'm just noticing uh, the white rim around it. So I'm noticing that, I'm paying attention to that star, and I'm letting my eyes start to soften so that they're not quite as intently focused on it. And as I soften my gaze, I'm noticing the space around it. And even while looking at that star, I notice that there's these little white lines around it. And I'm letting my field of vision be aware of the space around that star. Calmly, I'm going to go ahead and make my field of vision expand even more to make my awareness a little broader so that the space that I'm paying attention to goes a little beyond that, kind of goes to the edges of that square on the wall mural. And I'm noticing that my eyes are kind of blurry and soft, and that I'm aware of all the space around that star. Then I shift outward even more, allowing my awareness to expand so that I'm aware of everything on the computer screen. And it's funny to me to be aware of everything on the computer screen while focusing on one corner of it. But I'm noticing that my eyes can do it just fine, actually. Then I'm starting to be aware of all the space around my computer, the space in the back of the room. There's a wall. I'm aware now of the wall behind the computer. I'm aware of all of the space in my field of vision now, my entire peripheral vision. I have complete awareness of all of it at the same time. I'm still looking at that star, but I'm aware of all the space within my field of vision. Now I'm going to imagine that I can be aware beyond my field of vision, that I can be aware of the space behind me, that I can be aware of the space all around me, and even be aware of the space above me, the space filling this entire room. And I notice that as I'm aware of all of the space around me, all of the space above me, and even the space to the bottom of my feet, I notice that I feel a calmness inside of me. I notice that my internal dialogue has quieted, and I notice that my whole body feels calm. When I'm done noticing that, I can just slowly bring my focus back to the star. Notice my eyes kind of focusing up as I look at it. And then I move around a little bit and shake that off. And then I feel a lot better. This is a tactic that you can use, um, especially when there's a lot of internal dialogue around the challenge that you're facing. And if your body just has a lot of feelings about that, or you're feeling like you're in a very like hyper vigilant state, this quick practice can re-regulate your body into a calm, like non-urgent physical state. So I encourage you to try that. I hope you followed along with me. Of course, you can watch this again now that you know how it works and follow along. And then, of course, you don't have to have me narrating that for you to be able to do that. It's a very simple process of all you have to do is focus on that one spot, let it get bigger, and then as you are just aware of the space around you, you can take a couple deep breaths in that space, and then you can come back. And you can do the whole thing you can do it slowly like I did, or you can do it actually quite quickly and get it done in like 30 seconds and notice a shift in the way that your body feels.